Well, happy Valentine's Day to you. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader. I'm here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. That's what we're doing on this channel. We're just looking at, trying to understand the importance of wave structure. This is a hole in most people's TA. You often look at moving averages and RSI, even, but some people use the RSI improperly. We're focused on using the RSI to a very good, to a very efficient way that's going to produce good trades. Just a lot of you use indicators and stochastics and Bollinger Bands and all these other things, and you just try to do your best to analyze the chart with indicators. But what you're often missing is wave structure and what the wave structure is telling you about direction. Okay, the market is made up of fives and threes, and we scan the market for fives and threes. Apply Elliott wave principles to understand where we might be headed. So that's what we're doing here on the channel. I'm really sorry about Sunday night charts, guys. I'm just not going to be able to do it because my internet is down. I'm actually on a hotspot right now with my cell phone right now. It's a hotspot. And, so making a video here and then going to upload it. It'll take quite a while to upload it, but it's the best I can do. Guys coming tomorrow to fix the internet. We've got below zero temperatures out there with a bunch of snow on the ground, and I think it has something to do with that, but I'm not certain. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully we can get it fixed. But let's look at Ethereum tonight. We'll look at Bitcoin and buy requests. Somebody asked for XRP as well. So let's look at XRP as well in the charts. So starting out on the 12-hour chart here on Ethereum, guys. And when you just kind of actually let's get out to the 3-day chart. When you just look at it from a 3-day perspective, guys, it's just been kind of a straight pump. We haven't really had any strong correction. Even this middle corrective area that we've had here has not been that strong at all. It has not been deep like Ethereum has been accustomed to. If you look back at this run up right over here, you can see how accustomed to deep corrections Ethereum was used to. We haven't gotten anything like that, and I'm just wondering why we haven't. Okay, but on the 3-day chart, you'll also see that, guys, we are making a higher high in price while we're making lower highs in the RSI. The RSI is bending over potentially, unless price takes a turn here in the next day or so, potentially making. You're going to cross the moving average to the downside. Guys, this may be all she's wrote for this run up before we get a larger correction. Okay, we are due for some kind of a square up at some point. Everybody's expecting 2,000. That's the magic number. That's the key number. I imagine the market makers are very aware of that, or whoever is moving the market, whales and all that jazz. The high players there that are, I imagine they know exactly where that is, and lots of shenanigans going on in this particular market. So this wave structure has been quite difficult to deal with. But we're going to zoom in here and just kind of take a look here at this wave structure and say, is there any more room to go up? I'm seeing more room to go up for sure, guys. I'm seeing more room to go up. But when I say for sure, I'm saying that's a figure of speech. Nothing is for sure in this market, guys. Nothing is for sure in this market. Let's zoom in and see what we can see on the smaller time frame. Let's look at the 30-minute chart and look at the correction that we've had. Actually, we need to go a little bit out, a little bit more. 1-hour chart, perfect. There we go. Now we after this run up here, we had a correction, okay, and the correction looks like this. This is a 3-wave move. It started out as 3 waves. Second wave was 3 waves. Third wave was 3 waves as well. It was a 3-3-3 correction. A little bit. It doesn't fit in any kind of Elliott category, guys. You just got to kind of, because this is a leveraged market and a manipulated market and market run by bots, we apply Elliott wave in such a way that we understand it's a framework, but it's not a rule system that cannot. Sometimes we say, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, that's often what we say. It is what it is. Okay, so that is what it is. It's a 3-wave move. That's good enough for me for right now. Then after that is what becomes difficult to see. What's been very difficult, because we have this 3-wave move right here. It was not an impulse. You would expect after a 3-wave move we get an impulse wave. It doesn't. It's not an impulse defined by Elliott. It is not an impulse at all. It's a 3-wave move. Okay, and then what you have here, you have some. whatever that wave is. It looks like 3 waves in particular. And then you get this little 5-wave move in here. So this is the only impulsive looking wave we have here. And what you want to do is, what you want to say, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're getting 5. Okay, what you want to say is we got the 5 in, and now we're done. The only problem is none of this fits any kind of impulse rules for wave count, wave shape, nothing like that at all. None of it fits our rule system at all. And so it's really quite difficult to see, quite difficult to understand. So what we've been doing since we haven't got a clue, and nobody has a clue, guys. Nobody has a bead on Ethereum. Trust me, Ethereum is just a big ball of I don't know. It's a big I don't know burger. So since nobody's had a clue on it, we've just been trading it wave by wave here, okay? And what we have here, guys, is a potential breakout to the downside, potentially. That might be an ending diagonal. There's a lot of problems with that being an ending diagonal, but as a chance that this was a 4th wave here, and this is a 5th wave ending diagonal, and now what we're starting to get is an impulse down to the downside. That is a possibility. If you look on the 4-hour chart, you'll see the divergence, the bearish divergence that we have on the chart right here. So that's something to take note of. Always something to take note of when you see bearish divergence. It's not the most compelling because any kind of move can come take, any kind of strong move in price can come take that divergence out. So it's not compelling to me. Like, it's going down, definitely. It's just there on the chart, and I'm taking note of it. Okay, something I'm considering as we analyze this wave. So we've got the bearish divergence there on the 1 hour. It's there still, but it just again is not super. Excuse me, that's the 2 hour. Not super compelling either. Now on the 1 hour chart, you know, we don't really have any divergence at all to speak of, except this bearish divergence, which we might be getting playing out now. It may not be if I draw the trend lines a little differently. So if I draw the trend lines a little bit more like that, it may simply be coming back for a retest of this area right here. So hard to say, guys. Hard to say what that is from an Elliott perspective. What's my gut saying? Guys, this thing's going up. I think this thing is revving up. Guys, a bunch of 1-2-1-2s maybe, or some kind of just to rev up before it just finally starts breaking out and moving up to the upside like that. That's what my gut is telling me, based upon just my experience in the market. But there again, we're getting a little bit of a correction down now. We are, let's see, I am short in Ethereum for now. Just trading a scalp trade to the downside right now in the small time frames. This is what I'm trading right now. If you want to see it, you know, and I'll kind of show you the small time frame here. What we had here is this 3-wave move to the upside. Then we had a pull. We had a what looks like a 3-wave move there. Let me show you what we got here. We got this move there, then a 3-wave up. Okay, and now looking for some kind of a finishing move down, whether it's going to be 5 or 3. It's hard to tell. This wave structure is just trash. It really is trash, guys. It's just so nothing here helping from an Elliott wave perspective. But I'm kind of looking at this as a potential, hey, there's a 3-wave shape, and that's a way to get me down to this trend line also. If I pull the fibs on that guy just like that, boom, boom, boom. You'll see, actually, if I pull it from right there, perfect. You'll see the 1-to-1 extension is really, really close here to my trend line. So I'm kind of watching that target right here, about 1736, as a potential target for a downside move before we start going up in a bullish way. Now, if it continues down past 1736, guys, we're going to start thinking a little bit more bearishly about it. Okay, so if we start getting a move beyond 1736, I'm not going to like it very much at all. If we start impulsing past 1678, so if we start impulsing past the 1618 to the downside, so right here, boom, boom. If we start going down like this, past the 1678 there, then we're going to start looking at this as an impulse wave. Let me see if I can clear my chart there. There we go. We're going to start looking at this as an impulse wave right here at 2 to the downside right there. And then this is going to start looking like an impulse to the downside, something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we'll have to look and see what the context of that would be, on the grand scheme of this count. It also may, if it gets really, really impulsive, we could be looking at the 2618 as a potential move as well. So right now, looking for this down move, but ultimately, I feel pretty bullish unless things change. Like I said, things can change in an instant. This wave structure for Ethereum has been super hard. We have targets up top around $2,400, guys. Between $2,000 and $2,400, I've got targets up there for bullish targets, but we need to get our look. We need to see what we need to see on the small time frames. So I'm not looking for this to come down. I'm looking for this to come to the trend line here, about the 1-to-1 extension of this wave, and then continue on to the upside in an impulsive way. Looking for about 22,000 to 2,400 on the upside. Reading the RSI here on the 30-minute chart, you can see how we are approaching oversold, but we have plenty of room to go down. So if this wants to keep working down, it can keep working down to lower. There is technically hidden bullish divergence on this chart. Not a whole lot of it, but it's there, and I wanted to take note of it as well. On the 1-hour chart, hidden bullish, but again, hidden bullish is being wiped out. I don't like how it's coming down. It's actually starting to look more and more bearish the way it's coming down as the day has gone by. Okay, so want to offer a warning to you guys. I want to offer a warning that the wave that we were looking for in BTC is still possible. The down wave we've been looking at is still possible, and it's been very likely that we may be getting it. So I'm going to show you the count in BTC now, and it may help you. What we've been also doing in our group is just I've been charting BTC and trading Ethereum off of the BTC chart. So there's a couple of accounts that we're looking at here. This was the correction that we had. I was looking for originally some kind of a move like this, where we had a three-wave move here, and we come down to retest the 30,000 to even all the way down to the 20K region. I was looking to retest that area, okay, and for a larger correction before we have any more up. But I don't know if that's going to happen. In fact, the further this thing went up, kept plugging up. I kind of lost hope on that possibility of that continuing to happen. We had the makings of it, guys, and I think just the makers called an audible here. There was a three-wave move setting up here, and what they did is they just pumped it instead. Maybe too many people saw the move and went short, and then they just started pumping it instead. I don't know what happened, but I've actually seen this kind of pattern on the small time frame when you had a clear setup to the downside, and then with a flat in particular. So you had a three-wave and then a three-wave, and then we were looking for a downside move like normal, and what they do is they just pump it up a little bit more higher, screw everybody up, and then they bring it down past where you expected it to go. This is the macro count. It's possible they're doing the same thing there. It's possible they're doing the same thing. So anyway, with that being said, it's still not out of the realm of a possibility that we're getting an ABC flat right here. A, B, and then we get a C. Now, the C could come down deep, or it could be a running flat up in this region as well. So either, but if this thing takes a turn to the upside, I'm not going to be feeling that much longer, okay? I'm not going to be feeling, the higher it goes, the less likely that's going to become, okay? But that being said, it's still in the realm of possibility. That means if Bitcoin comes down, so will Ethereum. Watch out for shenanigans. There's so much going on. Everybody's bullish, guys, and that's what scares me to death in this market. Everybody's so stinking bullish right now. All the news is just so positive. It's bullish. Everybody's like, we're going to the moon. The whole mindset of everybody's just euphoric, and it's going to the moon, and that's what makes me say, hey, we got to be cautious here, guys. I often say this, that we often look at the waves and we set targets for where things go, and price usually comes to our targets, but it comes in a way we don't expect, and I think that may be exactly what's happening here. Our price is going to come to our target in a way we don't expect. Who knows what's tomorrow, Monday, is going to bring us? It may bring us something huge tomorrow. Who knows what kind of news is going to come out tomorrow? we may get some kind of a dump, like some kind of a COVID dump or something, a COVID 2.0 dump. Again, that would be the excuse. But again, this move to the downside is in the charts. We talked about square ups last week in a live stream that we did last week. So anyway, I point you back to that video as well. I know I'm rambling a lot, guys, but I guess what I'm saying is, as much as I want to make a bullish video and give you targets up to 55 and 57K, which I have targets from an Elliott Wave perspective up at 55 to 57K, I also have targets, guys, at 25K. Okay, I have targets at 30K to between 30 and 20K, depending on how the wave comes down. So we have two counts working right now, and the market can go wherever it wants to. We are at the whim and the will of those with the billions of dollars moving this market. But be careful. What they have to do, if they're going to sell to anybody, they have to create such a bullishness in the market. A bullishness in the market has to be created so that you are willing to buy at these levels. Oh. Please be careful buying at these levels. So people buying at 20K thinking Bitcoin was just going to go up forever, and then all of a sudden it drops to 6K and everybody's freaking out and say, like, how did that happen? And people got wrecked, guys. That's the same people are running the same market, guys. The same people that did that back in 2017 do not think they can't do it again. Guys, the same setup is happening right now. So please be careful. I'm warning you. Please be careful. This market could really, really come down. That being said, the bearish view has a market coming down from here, from this region, okay, and to finish out at ABC, targets between 30 and 20K. It's not going to go straight down. It's gonna go in waves, okay, guys. It's gonna start in waves. It's gonna come down, come back up. Like in three waves. It's gonna start coming down. It's gonna come back up. It's gonna start moving in waves. It's gonna go fast and slow. Whatever. You'll think the correction's done and it's going up. There's just all kind of shenanigans that are gonna happen. But they're gonna work their way down to the lower targets. Okay, because they're out to take your money. They are out to take your money. They are going to press this market down until you're like, oh crap, I'm going to lose it all. And you're going to sell. You bought up here, and you're going to sell down here just to get some of your money back, and they're going to gladly take your money, okay? And then once they do that, they're going to work it down here. You're never going to think Bitcoin's going to be dead. There's going to be bad news. Everything's going to be bearish. Something's going to happen, and it's going to create a sentiment in the market that everything's crap anymore, and then they're going to be buying while everybody else is selling, and that's what they do. See, they're selling right now while everybody else is buying. That's what market makers and that's what whales do. That's what the smart money does. They're selling right now while everybody else is buying. Please, please, please don't fall into their traps, okay? Don't fall into their traps. Okay. All right. So we do have looks. I could show you charts, and those charts are meaningless, really. I could show you. I could draw wave numbers on the chart. So you got 1, 2. This could be 3. You're gonna get 4, and then 5. Okay. That's another count. That's my bullish count. We're gonna get a correction here, and all this is the third wave here. It's a nice maybe diagonal at the end or some silliness like that. It's not really a diagonal because it doesn't follow the dial, but it's a fifth wave there, and we're going to get a 3-wave move to the downside, come back down to this region. This is the bullish look at it, okay, guys, and then we'll go on up, and that's when we're going to hit our 57K targets, okay? So we still got to wait. So while we're still bullish in the market right now, we're cautious. We're bullish with caution. Okay, and we're day traders. We're in and out of the market, so we don't have any stake. So when I trade and I offer this information, it's not like this is my set to go trade. That's what the Discord is for. We're constantly adjusting our strategy based on the waves that are coming at us. Like right now, I'm currently short in Ethereum, just because I need to see these lower targets get hit before before I'm ready to buy, so and go long for the next wave. So I want to see this wave structure play out. I want to see the RSI reset and give me the divergence I want to see on the time frames that I want to see it. The 1 hour, especially the 30-minute chart, I want to see hidden bullish divergence. I want to see this thing come on down. I want to see this wave come on down to target. Get down here to this target area, target zone, somewhere in this region, so that we can get back up. Now I've got shorter targets as well, possible other scenarios, but I just don't have time to give every scenario tonight. So anyway, there's Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's a big I don't know burger. Why? Because the market makers could do anything they want to right now. The structure in Ethereum is almost unreadable from an Elliott Wave perspective. We're just trading the small time frames. The Bitcoin chart has a bullish view and a bearish view. I'm biased to the bearish view right now. Just not that when I say it, well, okay, let me say it differently. It could go up or down as always, but right now I'm expecting some kind of a wave down. I have one count that puts us at a very small wave down, and then we continue up, or we have this larger three-wave move that comes down, and then we go up again. That's the bullish view, okay, but still has us coming down first, okay, has us coming down first, and then we have a very, very bearish view that has us coming down very fast. And very choppy, but very fast, down to the 30K, down to the 20, 25, 28K region. And potentially, if things get really bad, it could wick down to the 20K region. I wouldn't be surprised to see it break 20K and get down into the 19,000s. It's going to get bought back up so fast after that. But you guys are going to end up, you guys are going to freak out. You're going to end up selling down there. I just warn you, just be careful. Sell at the top, don't sell at the bottom. Okay? Sell at the top, don't sell at the bottom. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not here to give you financial advice, except just don't get trapped. You have to learn how not to get trapped by these market makers, okay? Because they do what they're going to do, and they'll take your money, and they know how to take it. Okay? So with that being said, now, if very best case scenario, this thing is going to come down, in three waves right here. They're going to test the one-to-one extension at 47.6, 47.2 here. But my guess is the way this is coming down, they're going to bring it down a little deeper than that. So we'll have to wait and see what they're doing. But with that being said, guys, I'm all finished with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wanted to bring XRP if you made it to the end. Let me just get the XRP analysis as well. Now, keep in mind, whatever Bitcoin does, XRP is going to do as well, probably to a stronger degree. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Let's take a peek at that sucker. Okay, you can see what they did. Basically, it went up to the 78K region. We had a pullback. Everybody's looking to continue that wave up. Well, it didn't. It came all the way back down. We called that wave down to 30 cents. I didn't call it down to 17 cents. I can't take credit for that, but I called it down to about 33 cents with potential targets lower, but I was expecting a 33-cent bounce. Didn't get that bounce, but anyway. Looks like we got a three-wave shape back up to the upside. It looks more like a flat right now than anything. But it did get up to the 2618. So, we might say, hey, that looks pretty bullish. I don't know. I have a hard time being bullish on XRP right now until some of the law stuff comes back out. But technically, looking at this chart, this RSI is coming down pretty quickly. On the 1-hour chart, we got the RSI is resetting pretty strong here. So when you see the RSI resetting pretty strong while price isn't resetting strongly, then that indicates a bullish sentiment there. So it is looking fairly bullish right now, based upon without thinking about any fundamentals, without thinking about the court case. If I'm just looking at this chart looks fairly bullish, and I would be say, hey, yeah, there's hidden bullish divergence on the 1-hour chart. On the 30-minute chart as well. Let this thing play out. Draw yourself a trend line here on the RSI like this. Okay, let this thing come on down. When it comes back up and breaks that trend line, that's a good buy signal potentially to buy back into XRP and play that trade to the upside like that. All right, guys, with that being said, be very, very careful in this market. Love you guys. Sorry we didn't have Sunday night charts. I just don't have internet to speak of. This thing's dumping pretty good. We had a $100 dump here just on Ethereum alone. So wow, look at that. That candle scares a lot of people right there. Good to be short right now. Good to be short. We'll have to see what she's going to do. Look to take profit at this region, or see if we're going to get anything deeper. It looks like it's going to go deeper, guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see the 1618 hit tonight, 1664 and deeper. This is looking quite deep. Shoot, if this comes down impulsively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, yeah, guys, that's getting down to $1,400 if it comes down in pulse. So be careful. Be very, very careful. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night. Thanks for joining the channel. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.